For Meghan Markle, this is game over. The Duchess of Dish Soap, for her, the game is over. Lady C, she spoke to Dan Wooden in his show about the fake pregnancy of Meghan Markle. And I will play the video in a second, but I want you to understand few technical terms. Now, I have Googled it myself, so I'm not an expert, just to let you know. You can also Google yourself. So what are the technical terms I want you to remember? Number one is pre-eclampsia. Okay, pre-eclampsia. This is a medical term. It basically means it's a serious pregnancy-specific condition. Okay, so when you say someone has pre-eclampsia, it basically means that that person has serious pregnancy-specific condition characterized by high blood pressure and usually protein in the urine. Okay, so we understand that because again, this will be used in this video. These terms will be used in this video. Now, geriatrics, the second term, which is is a word referring to women who are old when they give birth. Okay, so geriatric or geriatric medicine is a medical specifically focused on addressing the unique of older adults. And as we know, she is 55 years old, and some people say she's even older than that, but definitely not 43 years old as she claims. The third term that we should remember for today's discussion is the epidural. Okay, so epidural is a common pain relief method during labor and delivery, involving the injection of anesthetic medication into the epidural space around the spinal cord. So again, an epidural is a common pain relief method. That's all you really have to remember. Now, at the backdrop of all of these terms, I want to play the video because now you'll understand what she was talking about. And then I will also share some more fascinating details about this fake pregnancy of Meghan Markle. Take a listen.
Well, she wasn't rushed out to Kensington Palace, of course. She was supposedly rushed out to Frogmore Cottage, wasn't she? Because they had already surrendered Kensington Palace, if I remember correctly, Dan.
Yes.
So she can't even get where she was rushed to straight, which doesn't surprise me because Meghan is as straight as a corkscrew.
Okay, so here Lady C is referring to the fact that Meghan was rushed out of the hospital within 2 hours of her delivery, and that is something not logical, especially when someone is a geriatric patient, someone who had complications, labor with labor and all that. You do not let that person leave the hospital 2 hours after the delivery. That's what she is referring to. And Meghan Markle, for her, she did leave. She rushed to the Frogmore Cottage, as she is referring here.
True. And I wouldn't believe anything she said to me. And none of it is plausible. None of it makes sense. And there is no way that, first of all, let's remember, Meghan was a geriatric mother. And geriatric mothers are treated with kid gloves. And everything Meghan has said about both those pregnancies and the birth of those children is incredible in the true meaning of the word. Nothing that she says is, in my opinion, believable. Nothing, when you check it with doctors and nurses, nothing is usual or typical or indeed even recognizable. There is no way that Meghan, even if she had not had pre-eclampsia, there is no way that having been given 2 epidurals and having been bouncing on a ball while Harry was getting high off the laughing gas, that was on a canister, notwithstanding the fact that in the Portland hospital, the canisters are actually attached to the wall. But let's not bother with any of those trivial details which make anything they said totally unbelievable, unless you're an idiot. The fact of the matter is that there is no way that a geriatric mother would be released from hospital 2 hours after giving birth, having had 2 epidurals. And also, let's remember that Meghan was hale and hearty at 8 months pregnant, having not gained a pound, having not shown, no, that's Burton head. Is that the photograph where Archie does the deep dive between her legs, her knees? Tom Daly, here we come.
Okay, so basically, as you can hear, Lady C using those terms, epidurals, and also Meghan being a geriatric mother, if you combine all of this together, you see that this whole pregnancy stuff was highly, highly suspicious. Now, we're not here to say that the pregnancy was 100% fake. We cannot say that because that would be something very outrageous at the same time. But we do say it with a lot of evidences that we have now to back up that claim. It's now up to Meghan Markle and Prince Harry to really come out and remove this kind of rumors circulating on the media. But what we are hearing from Meghan Markle is actually the exact opposite. Everything that she is saying is actually not making any sense whatsoever. Especially in a recent podcast, she said she had a miscarriage or something like that, and all those nonsense. So again, this is absolutely 100% suspicious around this pregnancy.
Sorry, where was I? I've lost my point.
Well, you were saying that given the epidural and given all of those health concerns, it just doesn't make any sense.
No reputable doctor. Listen, my first cousin's a top gynecologist and obstetrician. I run this by him. This is rubbish. None of this makes sense. It is medically unsound. And, if Meghan had pre-eclampsia, she would have been in the hospital and there's no way she would have been released quickly. According to them, after both births, she was released quickly. If she had any signs of, and pre-eclampsia is high blood pressure. So it usually starts during the pregnancy. And Meghan, at 8 months pregnant with Archie, 8 months pregnant with Archie, let me correct myself, because hers was a unique event. She's down on her haunches, legs tightly shut, not even an ounce of gaining weight. Of course, once she realizes that everybody on the internet is noticing these anomalies, she then realizes, well, I better at least do something to show that I gave birth to those children. So she doesn't gain the weight during the pregnancy. She gains what looks like weight from steroids after the pregnancy or the pregnancy. The
Wow.
whole thing, and why, if Meghan and Harry care about those children's welfare, why have they simply not made an announcement to the fact that all of the speculation about the children's arrivals is unfounded, and this is the proof from the doctors. Now, one of the doctors whose name was mentioned is the now ex-wife, but was then the wife of someone I've known for over 50 years. And he said, and I got it checked out via his secretary, and I did it in such a way that I wasn't going to prevail upon any relationship we had. But he is on record as having stated that he and his wife, who is supposed to have been the obstetrician, were abroad at the time of the birth of the child. Well, I'm sorry, that all Harry and Meghan need to do is prove to us that she popped those babies out. And that's all they need to do. And if they don't, it is unfair on the children.
Well, they don't because they don't really have any evidence, any proof to suggest if they claim that those children are biological children of them. And that is the reality of it. And the monarchy is also not taking any step they should be. And the King Charles should be putting some kind of effort into this, finding out maybe through somebody else, not directly getting himself involved into this, but try to, because this is serious. This is very, very serious issue. I don't know when he will take it seriously. Join our membership, subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.